Presentation, I chose bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder used to be known as manic depression. It's a mental health condition where you can experience highs called mania and lows called depression. Some of the symptoms of manic episodes is you can be abnormally upbeat, jumpy, or wired. You have increased activity, energy, or agitation. You have an exaggerated sense of well-being, almost feeling euphoric. You have a decreased need for sleep. You're unusually talkative. You have racing thoughts. You can be easily distracted. You can have poor decision making, for example, like going on buying sprees and taking sexual risks, or just making foolish investments. Some more symptoms of depressive episodes would be a depressed mood, feeling sad, empty, or hopeless. Some marked loss of interest, of feeling no pleasure at all, or just almost all activities. You have significant weight loss without dieting. You could gain weight or decrease or increase in appetite. In children, failure to gain weight when it is expected can be a sign of depression. Either insomnia or sleeping too much, restlessness or slowed behavior, fatigue or loss of energy, feelings of worthlessness or excessive or inappropriate guilt, decreased ability to think or concentrate. You can often feel indecisive, thinking about, planning, or attempting suicide. Some causes, we couldn't find that there was an exact cause for bipolar disorder. There are just a couple factors that could prove that you are bipolar. There are some biological differences. People with bipolar disorder appear to have physical changes in their brains. Things seem to be a little bit wired differently. You could also have another factor be your genetics, where bipolar disorder is common in people who have first degree relatives, such as a sibling or parent, with bipolar disorder. Researchers are also trying to find genes that might be involved in bipolar disorder. Some of the risk factors that increase the risk of having bipolar disorder, the trigger of your first episode, could be having that first degree relative, such as a parent or a sibling, having bipolar disorder. Periods of high stress, such as death of a loved one or a close person to you, or another traumatic event, such as a dangerous car accident, or drug and alcohol abuse. Some prevention is that you always pay attention to the warning signs and address the symptoms directly. Or if you may have identified a pattern of bipolar episodes and what triggers them, and call a doctor if you feel like you're starting to fall into episodes of depression or you begin to feel bipolar. Always avoid drugs and alcohol. Using alcohol or just recreational drugs can worsen your symptoms and make them more likely to come back. Take your medication exactly as directed. You may be tempted to stop treatment, but don't. Stopping your medication or reducing your dose on your own may cause withdrawal effects or worsen your symptoms. Some treatment for bipolar disorder are medications, something to balance your mood out a little bit. Continued treatment is bipolar disorder is lifelong, so you always have to be on treatment for it. You could have day treatment programs, which the doctor may recommend a day treatment, which provides support and counseling while you get your symptoms all under control. Substance abuse treatment, you could have bipolar disorder and the substances you are using could worsen them and affect it much differently. Or they could do hospitalization and put you in a psych ward if you feel like attempting suicide or you just don't want to live anymore and it feels like it is dangerous to you. I also have some of the types of medications used to treat bipolar disorder. They have mood stabilizers, kind of just balances your mood out, keeps you from going up and down from mania and depression. Some antipsychotics, like the symptoms of depression or mania persist, and in spite of the treatment, they might give you a couple different antipsychotics, something a little bit stronger to stabilize everything for you. They also have antidepressants, which they might give you an antidepressant to help manage depression, because an antidepressant can sometimes trigger a manic episode. Is usually prescribed along with a mood stabilizer or an antipsychotic, so they have to kind of bundle the two together. They also have antidepressant antipsychotics, a 2-in-1 pill. The medication Symbyax combines the antidepressant, fluoxetine, and antipsychotic olanzapine It works as a depression treatment and a mood stabilizer. Anti-anxiety medications like benzodiazepines may help with anxiety and improve sleep, but are usually used on a short-term basis.